What's up, everybody? Happy Father's Day. Tonight we've got Money in the Bank 2017, hell of a Father's Day gift for all of us. We've got a loaded card. There's not one match on this card, on this event, that doesn't interest me in some way. They all do in some way. Some for different reasons than others, some for unexpected reasons, but I'm intrigued by almost every match on this card. First off, we got the Hype Bros and the Colognes on the kickoff show. Reformed Hype Bros taking on the Colognes, who are having a career resurgence right now. Not in a big way, but enough to make a difference, though. I mean, the Colognes have had a bad run for the last probably 3 or 4 years now, maybe more. I mean, they went from being Primo and Epico to being, I can't remember who, but being the Los Matadores, and then going to being the Shining Stars. And it was just disappointing to see because the Colognes have so much potential, especially given their family history. But they're finally over on SmackDown Live. Aside from Jinder Mahal, they're probably having the best luck and having the best run since they benefited the most from having the brand split besides Jinder. Taking on the Reformed Hype Bros, Zack Ryder went down with an injury at the worst possible moment. We all know that after winning the number one contender spot in that Battle Royal on SmackDown a few months ago. Missing WrestleMania. I feel like this is his last real shot at a really, really good run. Whether that's as a tag team or as a singles competitor is yet to be seen. But I mean, the last 2 years for Zack Ryder have been really good. So something tells me that we may be seeing him turn on Mojo because they want to give Mojo a singles run. We saw that with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And then he kind of just dropped off. They weren't using him, but it looked like they wanted to give him a push. Zack Ryder, at his age, at this point of his career, if he has one more injury or has one more bad run, he could be done. He said that on Breaking Ground last year. He feels like this is his last shot at a real run. So I could see him turning on Mojo to split them up and give them both a really solid run, or I could see them staying together because who doesn't love the Hype Bros? Everyone likes the Hype Bros. I predict either the Hype Bros win clean or the Colognes win after Zack Ryder turns on Mojo. One of the two. I can see them stay together, so I'm going to guess the Hype Bros. Next up, we got Naomi and Lana for the women's title. Not sure how to feel about this woman. I'm interested, but not horribly interested. I'm interested enough to watch it because everything about Naomi I like except for her entrance. I hate her entrance, and I feel like I'm the only one that does hate her entrance. It's just pointless. We don't need to see it. Plus, she uses so much energy in her entrance that it could detract from her in-ring at some point. Taking on Lana, who hasn't really earned anything to be in this match. I just feel like they needed to have they wanted to put the women's title on the line. Who's left? Lana. Everyone else is in the ladder match. So let's put her against Lana. It just doesn't make much sense. We've seen we keep hearing that Lana has never wrestled before. But WrestleMania last year, WrestleMania 32, we saw her in the ring on the kickoff show in a huge pointless Divas match that was awful. Lana has not proven anything in the ring. I understand that she's been in the Performance Center for months trying to learn and train, but I just don't think this is a good spot for her to be in. I mean, sure, if she wins and then we hate her and want her to lose, this technically worked. But I think she needs to do a lot of work before she gets a title shot. They could easily bring up Asuka or Ember Moon or Nikki Cross or Ruby Riott and put her against Naomi. But I can see them we'll get to that in a little bit. Then we got the Usos and the New Day for the tag titles. We want to like the Usos. I don't think anybody really wants to dislike them, which is why this heel run isn't really working or going that well for them. I mean, sure, they're the tag champs, and I love seeing them as the tag champs because they've earned everything they've gotten, and I still love the Usos. But I don't think the heel character, the heel personas are working for them very well. It's not fun. I mean, I don't enjoy it. Taking on the New Day, and I feel like they did the right thing, keeping the New Day off TV until Kofi was healthy. Having Big E and Xavier Woods on TV as the New Day, it would work, but not quite as well. I want to see the New Day win. I want to see them win the titles and go on another tag title run. It's been a couple months since the last one. I don't think they've had the titles yet this year. And I'd love to see the Usos go back to being the Usos. not the Usos Penitentiary Usos, but the Usos that we all love. I see the Usos winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if the New Day wins also. But, I mean, take Kofi off the New Day or keep the New Day on TV without Kofi, and it's just not the same. So thank God they did what they did and did it the right way. I think there needs to be at least one title change on this pay-per-view to keep things interesting. I love SmackDown so much more than Raw because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to go. You don't know what we're going to end with. Usually you can figure it out or you can kind of guess, but in the end, I mean, who would have thought that Breezango would put on that good of a match against the Usos at Backlash? Who would have thought that Jinder Mahal coming over from Raw over to SmackDown Live and the brand shakeup or the Superstar, whatever it was another brand split. But who would have thought that he would have the run that he's having and do as well as he's doing? But he is. I mean, come on. It's going very well. I predict the Usos, but I want to see the New Day win. Next up, we've got the women's Money in the Bank match. We've got Carmella, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, and Becky Lynch. I want to say Becky Lynch wins this match, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've been hearing for months that they're going to be giving Carmella a monster push. I don't completely agree with it, but I think it'll happen. I think that this match overall will be a very good match, but the women's superstars that are the best for this type of match are on Raw. Charlotte and Becky are going to steal the show. But I feel like it would be even more enticing if Sasha Banks was in it, or Bayley, or even Emma. I would love to see that. That would be possibly match of the year. There's so much pressure on these women and the women. There's so much pressure on the women in this match that they may not be able to completely deliver. But I think it will deliver in some way. I mean, this is a huge step. There's a lot of pressure that they need to live up to, and a lot of expectations, especially seeing the Charlotte-Sasha Banks Hell in a Cell match. I mean, that's going to be a lot to live up to. But the good thing is the last women's gimmick match we had was Alexa Bliss and Bayley at a kendo stick on a pole match, and it was just awful. It was horrible, just like a horrible match. I predict Carmella. I want to see Becky. Then we've got the men's Money in the Bank match: AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Kevin Owens. I'm okay with anybody winning this match. Even Ziggler. Ziggler needs to win this match to rejuvenate his career, but I think he's going to leave at the end of his career, at the end of his contract. I don't think he's going to stick around. My gut says Shinsuke Nakamura, but they're probably going to do something like the women's match and give it to somebody that people don't really want to see win it. The bright side is people are okay. People would be fine with Owens winning it. People would be okay with Corbin winning it. People are okay with Zayn winning it. People would be okay with Nakamura or Styles winning it. Either way, I mean, come on. It's gonna be awesome. I think this match will be the match of the night. This match will steal the show, and there's no way that it won't. I'm gonna take Shinsuke Nakamura after a long match. Finally, we got Jinder Mahal defending the title against Randy Orton. Could go either way. It's in Orton's hometown. People weren't on board with Mahal winning the title at Backlash in the first place. It's been a long month. It's hard to believe that was just 1 month ago, but it was just 1 month ago. Tomorrow, I believe. I see Mahal winning because he is completely delivered in every way. I mean, I expected nothing from his title run. We all knew he was going to win. It was written in the sand that he was going to win. But he's delivered in every way possible as a heel. He looks like a heel. He acts like a heel. He gets real heat. He doesn't care if people don't like him. He wants you to hate him as a heel. And that's what makes him a great heel. I was against it from the beginning, but then I thought about it, and we always talk about how it's the same people winning every title. And we don't ever get anybody new, and here they are feeding us somebody new. They're not pushing it down our throats like they've been doing with Reigns. It was organic. He just showed up and started winning, and it was completely unexpected. But he's a great heel, and I feel like he's been a good world champion. He just hasn't defended his title yet. That's the one criticism I have for WWE is you don't get real title defenses on TV unless it's like the Intercontinental or the tag team, and that's it. I see Mahal winning, but I won't be surprised if Orton wins to put an end to the title run early, because I think that people would like to see Orton against any of the guys in the Money in the Bank match. But either way, it's going to be a great pay-per-view. I take Mahal quickly, and it's probably not going to be the main event. The Money in the Bank match will be the main event. Tune in tonight. Sound off with your comments. Share it around. Let me know what you think is going to happen. But let's strap in for a kick-ass pay-per-view. Could be one of the better pay-per-views of the year.